Welcome back everyone to episode 27 of our Control Ultimate Edition Let's Play series episode. Welcome back everyone to episode 27 of our Control Ultimate Edition Let's Play series. We are currently in the containment area, and this is the Ordinary, the whole section that they have dedicated to studying Ordinary. And we are looking for the slide projector from our past that caused a lot of this paranormal stuff to get started, and possibly affected both P6, Dylan, our brother, and us, P7. So let's keep looking. Ordinary Stage 1B. The second slide we called it the meadow, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. It must have been because of the smell. I don't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting, and then when we come out, everything had melted around the projector. It's according to Jesse Faden. Neil was really into it. We found out he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. Okay, we thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened. Ooh, okay, unconfirmed resistant additional slide, designation meadow. So yeah, these kids were messing around with the slide and going in and out of the portals. They did say that all the slides were burned except one last episode.
It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
It's a whole mock-up of Ordinary. Stage 4? Wonder if this was their house. Stage 3. Stage 2. Stage 1. This must be the dump area. So it originated there and went outward. So their house was on the outskirts. Ordinary Stage 3. Okay, so these are the different stages that they're talking about. Tom and the others had gotten worse, scarier. The math teacher, Mrs. Chester, tried to make them listen, and they pushed over a piano on her, broke her legs. Then Tom bashed her head in. Bye-bye, Miss Chester. I always liked her. I liked math. That was the tipping point. It was Lord of the Flies level bad. The grown-ups realized something was wrong. The police came and literally dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the Not Mother would make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Ordinary. Mom and Dad were pissed, asking us about the dump and about everything. I remember wanting them gone, like Tom had said. When we woke up the next morning, pretty much all the adults had just vanished. Was I responsible? Did I? I don't know. Jesse Faden. Extrapolated information. Disappearance of majority of Ordinary's population confirmed a result from slide projector. Oh shit. Ah, crap. The grenade got me from behind. Okay, let's try this again. I want to take over some of these guys. Boom. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Oh, get wrecked.
We found the slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
I wonder.
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What? I don't...
No matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this... I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No! No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown? That you believe Polaris caused?
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse...
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly. They took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
So Polaris was gone for a long time, So Polaris saved them when they were kids, and then a long time passed, and then Polaris came back and guided her to this building. Still unclear what Polaris's motivations are. Ordinary supplement. Details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Faden and the obtained therapy sessions of Jesse Faden, as well as circumstantial evidence found at the Ordinary site. Note that accounts provided by all three sources contain conflicting data. Example, Dylan claims that there are 8 slides from the projector. Jesse mentioned 9. The Bureau found 1 intact slide and the burnt remains of 6 others. Unfortunately, these slides are too badly damaged to be used in the projector. Jesse Faden is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides. Dr. Darling has ordered that the entirety of the Ordinary Town dump is brought to the Bureau for examination analysis with the hopes of finding additional slides or other altered materials. So they moved the entire dump. Due to the limited space in the investigation sector, this AWE will be investigated in the containment sector. Yep, Ordinary dump site. There it is. The projector's got to be in there.
They moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
Dump cessation of work order. By order, Dr. Darling, all work in the Ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the blank department. Details forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately. So they shut it down. They shut this area down. Globe supplement. The item was found in the penthouse suite at blank Toronto belonging to David Wolf, who is being investigated for illegally dealing in altered materials. Bureau agents raided his penthouse and found numerous paranatural belongings, including blank, blank, and this item. Mr. Wolf was arrested. So why would a 36-year-old Bay Street investment trader, filthy rich, married to a model, disappear overnight? That's the question that's kept Toronto high society up at night this past week. Police say it's being looked into. Some nut job radio show in the States claims he disappeared to join the Illuminati, but it's this reporter's opinion that Mr. Wolf, bored of his job, sick of his family, left it all behind to retire in some remote beach paradise. Now he's sipping Mai Tais while the world thinks he's dead. So he probably went to that area. He probably went to that one area of the globe that they said never existed. Except for on that globe. Come on, show me that pretty face. Got him. Okay, usually when they show me that, it means there are things we need to shoot. Or there are enemies that are left to kill. Ah. Wasn't even attacking me.
We should check that lab.
Personal mods. Bull again.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
Descent hotline. And there was multimedia too. A dark place. Okay, Polaris, slide projector, ordinary. Now the board is worried. The board is worried, even though they want to project like they're not. Okay, what is this? A dark place. Investigate the sector elevator. I'm not gonna do that right now. I think that's like a DLC thing. Let's do... Have I gotten the synchronicity lab yet? We have to go to research anyway. Let's see if we can do the mirror thing. Ooh, collectible. Ordinary stage 4. We went in and met Polaris like a star. She told us we were special. She made us special. It felt like being born or reborn, the world fading in for the first time, familiar but somehow different. Jesse Faden. Polaris told us how to turn off the projector. The dung monkeys and the Knot Mother were coming straight at us. Dylan was crying. I turned it off and they were gone. It was over. I took all the slides and burned them, all of them except Hand, which is the one that Polaris came out of. Unconfirmed existence of supernatural entity designation Polaris. So the only one left is Hand. Let's go to research and check out the synchronicity lab. I want to do that levitating slam. For sure. See if we have access to it. Oh yeah. Oh yes we do. Weird. Okay, that looks like the motel. Dude, that's the freaking motel right there, the room. What the hell? Synchronicity experiment. Experimentation with global synchronicity. As a test, television sets were placed in a variety of locations around the world inside rooms identically decorated. The hypothesis was that by that identically altering the decor of every room and then changing the channel in every room but one, the single differing television would spontaneously align the incoming frequency to match its synchronized counterparts. The experiment seemed like a failure until it was observed that the agents responsible for arranging and monitoring the rooms were all experiencing the same emotional turmoil as one clinically depressed member of the team, himself being located in the eastern part of blank. Psychological experimentation of the agents proved the correlation. Increasingly, the phenomenon of synchronicity did occur, but not in a way we predicted. This is creepy, guys. Altered item inside. Restricted.
Why'd they keep an altered item here?
Debrief for Mirror Excursion 7C. Subject is Agent Hardy. Hardy spent approximately 3 hours in the mirror.
A mirror
The longest
excursion?
time on record. Can you describe your experience inside Agent Hardy? Agent Hardy is physically healthy. All tests have come back clean. Yet the speech issue has persisted for hours.
Is it backwards?
Calm down, Agent. It could be psychosomatic, but the fact that this only occurred after returning from the mirror makes a paranatural explanation more likely. I recommend a battery of tests and a Class Orange quarantine.
Is he speaking backwards, or is it just jumbled? Mirrored altered item. This proposal is to finally determine the precise nature of the reflected space within the altered item. Is it transplanter, psychologically generated, or rooted within our own dimension? How does the altered item know the space in its vicinity well enough to reflect it? Why does it reflect some materials but not others? Is the space a parallel reality? If so, then we need to consider that while we possess this physical end of the mirror, someone else owns the other. What purposes might they use it for? Can they walk through into our own world? What are the motives? Lastly, to what purpose does the altered item produce the reflection of individuals that enter it? Can these reflected entities leave the altered item? As with all altered items, we need to attempt to distinguish if this behavior is blank. Mirror containment. The mirror does not reflect its surroundings with perfect accuracy. The environment seen in its glass contains slight distinctions. It is unknown why the mirror does this. If there is any blank, then it's something we can't perceive. The popular theory is that the mirror has a goal in mind that reflects the world it wishes were real, subtly replacing a reality with its own. While certainly far-fetched, the theory is worth noting this here as a warning not to underestimate the mirror. This specially designed black rock panels have been installed to prevent access from our side to the mirrors. For added security, particular arrangement of the panels is required to open the door. Okay, so we need to open... There's a puzzle incoming. Incoming puzzle. Alright guys, well, I'm going to go ahead and cut it here, right before we get started on this puzzle. When we continue, I know it has to do with these. When we continue, we will get this puzzle opened up so that we can interact with the mirror. So anyway, guys, my name is Free Nachos. Thanks as always for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.